Low-lying Suffolk has always been vulnerable to the waves, but in the coming years its coastline is likely to be redrawn altogether. The warming world is turning ice thousands of miles away to slush, and sea levels are rising. By the end of the century, the water is likely to be up to a metre higher, pushing inland, and storm surges will add to that. Waldringfield is 5 miles upriver, flooded by a tidal surge 2 years ago.
We had a tide that came up to about 3.1 metres, so it was just at the top of this earth embankment we're walking on. This wall has been designed to a height of about 3.6 metres.
The village is building new defences that stretch up the estuary, able to withstand an extra ½ metre of high water. It won't be enough, and residents know it.
It's not necessarily appropriate to have great big concrete defences all the way around our coastline. It is an area of outstanding natural beauty, and lots of people come here to enjoy this environment, and the economy is based on that. But this is buying time for them to adapt during that period that they've now got.
But while those living on the coast are preparing for the worst, many others don't see the need. A poll for Sky News suggests almost a quarter of the population either don't see global warming as a problem or don't believe humans contribute to it. That's doubled from 12% in a similar poll by YouGov 2 years ago. And while 71% of the public backs higher costs on businesses that contribute to global warming, 54% oppose higher taxes on polluting products they buy, such as petrol and imported food. But evidence is stacking up that climate change will affect us all.
It's not just the coast that will feel the effects of climate change. Wetter winters will bring more extreme flooding. Summers will bring heat waves and droughts. Storms will become more frequent and stronger. Just a small rise in the global temperature can have a big impact on Britain's wild weather.
In labs and with computer models, scientists are trying to predict what will happen. 2015 is set to be the warmest year on record, lifting the average global temperature to 1 degree higher than before the Industrial Revolution. And it won't stop there.
But we've got to remember that what's in store for us, because there is a time lag in the climate system, and we're storing up problems already that we haven't seen, because the climate system takes decades to respond to the CO2. So even if we cut our emissions today dramatically, there's still a big problem stored up for us in the future.
That urgency is driving the United Nations climate talks in Paris. The cuts to greenhouse gases proposed by governments in advance of the conference are a start, according to the UN's climate chief.
Every country is realizing, A, they are all impacted. There's not a single country that has not felt the negative impact of climate change. B, what they can do now and in the near future is actually in their interest anyway.
But much bigger cuts to carbon emissions will be needed to prevent coastal communities being swamped by the rising oceans. The pressure is on the politicians in Paris. ThomasMoore, Sky News.